To know exactly how much bandwidth and storage you need for your project, you can use Bandwidth and Storage Calculator. You can find it here, the green button on the main page, and you enter the Bandwidth and Storage Calculator. There are two ways to use it: how much storage space is needed, or how many days can the video be stored. Typically, you're trying to find how much storage space is needed because you already have the requirement of the number of days that the video has to be stored. Let's say that you have a project that requires the video to be stored 30 days. We have to have enough storage that the past 30 days recordings will all be there. They will not be lost. You can use generic option or specific model name. Generic option is convenient when you already know exactly what specifications you're going to pick. Or if you're using the non-ACTi camera, for example, you have a non-ACTi camera and you would like to use the OnVIF integration with our NVR as a solution. In that case, you can use generic option here. So how do we use this tool then? You group the cameras by the similar parameters. Let's say that there are 10 cameras. They're using dual stream mode, where the higher resolution stream is being recorded. Let's say it's 4 megapixel, and the second stream VGA is being sent to the client for easier decoding. And you can choose the frame rates. I choose 30 frames per second here. Here I also choose 30. Compression H.265. And now comes the important step. What kind of video quality do I like? Medium, good, or excellent? I choose excellent. Excellent. And you can see that bitrate changes, right? 3 megabits per second. If I choose good, then it's 2 megabits per second. So all these parameters that I select will result in the bitrate from the camera. The same happens here, right? Green means that the calculation has been completed. I have chosen everything that is necessary here. So go back to this excellent quality here. If I want to know how excellent video quality looks like, I can click on this I button here, and the reference images will load. You can see the clarity improves as further down here. This is the image that looks excellent. And when we get back here, you can see that the stream 1 is consuming 3 megabits per second. Stream 2 is consuming 1 megabit per second. You can define how many hours per day is the NVR going to record. Right now it's running continuously, 24 hours per day. You can, of course, choose any shorter period if such project exists. But let's go back to 24. And we don't record stream 2 because that is just for the client interface, for the instant live view only. And now we have the summary here. We have total bandwidth from the cameras to the NVR is 40, okay, megabits per second. The total hard drives that we're going to need is 10.2 terabytes. So you can see there is this 9% difference between these two numbers, and that is because of the hard drives will never let you fully occupy its space. If you purchase 4 terabyte hard drive, you can only use 3.6 terabytes. So around 9 to 10% will not be available. So that's why it calculates that if you have this group of cameras, then you need this storage. But you will continue, you need more rows. So you add another 10 cameras, and again dual stream. But in this time we use 2 megapixel, 30 frames per second, 30 frames per second. And these are non-critical cameras. So I might want to actually save the storage and bandwidth by choosing good video quality instead of excellent. And you can see that now the numbers are smaller than before, and this is the total result. So I need total of, for 30 days, for this I need 15.29 terabytes. And as we know, nowadays the largest hard drives go over 20 terabytes already per hard drive. So this is not really a challenging situation for the VMS 20 cameras. You can choose a specific model that from ACTi. Let's choose a specific model. Let's choose A77. And in this case, I will choose single stream, okay? And you see now there's a drop down here that, or it already knows that this camera has these options. I'm going to choose 2 megapixel for this project. Although this camera can go higher, but I choose 2 megapixel for this specific calculation because the project requirement was that the recording can be done with a 2 megapixel. Okay, then 30 frames per second, H.265, excellent. And the numbers are being added. This is just one camera. If you have 50 cameras, then you can see the numbers change. So it is so convenient. You can use third-party cameras using generic function. You can use ACTi cameras. And finally, you can add this to the report. And report goes to the project proposal. If you don't want any of the models here listed, you can just press delete button and the model will disappear. The second way is to calculate how many days can the video be stored. That is used when you already have specific hardware decided. You don't make many changes here. Somebody had already decided this is the NVR, these are the hard drives, and these are the cameras. So let's see how many days can we keep the video as a result. So let's say you have this total of 30 terabytes, and it immediately, you see the 9% has been cut off because that's how the hard drives work. And let's go for the for 50 cameras here. 50 cameras, dual stream, 4 megapixel, VGA. Let's keep H.264. We haven't tried that before. Okay, and now you can see the stream 1 is continuously 24/7, 4 megapixel, 30 frames per second. And by doing so with 50 cameras and having 30 terabyte of hard drive, we can keep the videos for 10 days. If you expand, let's say you double your storage, for some reason you can still get more hard drives. You can see that the time also extends here. Now it's 21 days. So previously, I guess it was maybe around maybe 10.34, and it was rounded to 10 before, and now you double it. So now it's going to be rounded to 21. And if you are going to, let's see if choosing the H.265 will actually help us or not. Let's choose H.265. Oh yeah, you see, we have now 35 days instead of 21 days. So H.265 is definitely a very efficient compression technology. And this is the bandwidth that we're going to need. So this is the bandwidth and storage calculator. I hope you like it.